Alright, so I figured I'd take the time to make a video about this thing. It's had a pretty interesting life, as you can tell. But yeah, I figured I'd make a video of it, so I just picked this thing up a couple days ago. I believe 2 days ago. It's a 1986 Honda Fourtrax 200 SX. Saw it on Craigslist the other morning for $600. He says it needs new plastics, but everything else works. So I messaged him, hey, can I come look at it? Sure. Set up an appointment. Went down and looked at it. It was about 2 hours away. First thing he says when I show up, he's like, oh yeah, the brakes don't work. And he said the front brakes don't work, and if you try to use the rear brakes, they lock up. The rear brake handle doesn't really do anything, but the foot brake, it does work, but it locks up. It needs to be freed up. It's getting better. I've been working it over the past couple of days. It's getting a little better. And I did get the front brakes to work too. I put a little more fluid in. It was just kind of low. Used it a little bit, and they do kind of work. So it does have brakes now. Oh, and also the electric start doesn't work. And mind you, none of this stuff was mentioned in the listing, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. The choke is frozen, doesn't move. Electric start doesn't work. And these plastics, I mean, these are something else. I mean, look at this. Like, why would your first instinct be to fix this with like 2-ply plywood? I mean, this whole thing is just pretty questionable what's been done to it. But you know, despite all this, the only reason I bought it was basically because it was a Honda, and being a Honda, the engine and transmission are completely flawless. This is like the best running engine I've ever seen. I mean, watch this. It's been started a little while ago, but it still starts on the first pull every time, even when it's cold. But it's been started a little bit ago, so it should start here. Turn the key on, gas is on. This thing also has like an insanely low idle when it's cold. It's not as low as it is sometimes, but it doesn't stall. Like I'd like to adjust it lower, or I mean higher, but I mean it just doesn't stall. So I don't know. The lights work too. It's low beam, high beam, off. No taillights. Oh, it just stalled. That's the first time it stalled when it was idling. Huh. Well, I'll start it back up and I'll take it for a quick ride around the yard. actually has reverse too. So the way you do it, you put it in neutral, and then you take the rear brake. There's a little button here. Push it down, pull it back, and then if you push down, there's another gear. And that's reverse. And then shift back up, and then you're in neutral again.